Hello YouTube, we have a few days left of patch 2.3 before 2.4 comes out, and I wanted to give you guys a few ways that you could prep for 2.4 yourself. Now do note that some of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about is very time sensitive, so if you guys are watching this video early, you might want to consider taking some of these options that I end up suggesting. Now if you do find this video helpful or informative, please do give it a thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing if you want to catch more uploads like these in the future. With that being said, let's hop right in. First of all, we have Shenhe. So Shenhe is the newest 5-star Cryo Polearm character that's going to be released in patch 2.4. She will be the very first banner that drops, and miHoYo has given us the luxury. They've started something new. They've showed off what Ascension materials we need and the talent up materials we need for the characters. So as you can see, we need Prosperity, which is a Liyue book. We need Whopper Flowers, the Nectars, Senora weekly boss material. It's always going to go off the last weekly boss. The flowers, and it shows a question mark on the boss material that we end up needing for her. But if you guys remember, there is a new boss that was shown off during the live stream. So odds are it's going to be using the new boss for that. So you might want to save your fragile resin for that if you guys have some to spare, or stock up on some of the transient resin from Tubby next week on Monday. You can buy that and not use it and wait until the update comes out, so you have a little bit of extra more to work with. Now, they also showed off a weapon that is supposed to be for Shenhe, right? Her signature weapon. We don't know the stats of said weapon. However, her abilities are supposed to scale off of her attack, right? That's what it says on the description for all of her abilities and what they talked about during the live stream. So if I was in charge of giving the stats on the weapon, and I was like, hey, what should I put on it as a secondary substat or main stat, right? I'd probably put attack percent. The weapon for her signature weapon on the weapon banner is most likely going to be attack percent. I just don't know what the attribute is going to be for it, which means you probably want to find a spear that has attack percent in the game for her if you are not going to be rolling on the weapon banner yourself. A free-to-play option, so to say. So if we head over to the shop right here, we have a day and 12 hours is the time of me recording this. It might be a little bit longer or shorter for you, depending on your time zone. But we have the Royal Weapons. The Royal Spear, if we take a look at the ability or the substats, you can tell that it is attack percent. This might very well be Shenhe's best in-slot spear if you're free to play and you don't have any other options available. Now, there's also Wavebreaker's Fin weapon, which has attack percent as well on top of that. If you guys have been wishing on the weapon banner and you guys have that in your collection, that's also two options to consider. Other than that, I don't know what other two polearms that I would probably run personally on her myself. If you guys have any other polearms, probably like maybe Blackcliff, I suppose, if you want to go. Blackcliff is always like a good option if you're running her for like DPS, but she's a support character, right? So I'd probably say, yeah, Royal Spear, Wavebreaker's Fin as your options. If you guys have any other options that I'm missing and I can't think of off the top of my head, let me know down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear you guys' ideas and thoughts about that. Along with Shenhe is going to be Yunjin as well. So we don't know the materials that we need to farm for Yunjin currently. However, I'm assuming just like with Shenhe, miHoYo will also tweet out about which materials you need to level her up. So just stay on the lookout for their official Twitter account, and they'll most likely make a post about that. I don't think I need to make a separate video for that, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up just in case, a few days in advance if you guys wanted to start stocking up on that. Okay, so now let's get into the other stuff. Those are like mainly the important stuff because the shop's about to reset. You might want to pick up the Royal Weapons before that. Weekly bosses. A lot of people get confused about this, right? Weekly bosses. Most people wait until the end of the week, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, and they don't want to do it on Monday. Especially whenever I try to do my weekly bosses on Monday, right before a patch update, people say, Envy, you got to save it for the Battle Pass. A lot of people get confused and they don't realize that the Battle Pass for the weekly mission, you can end up completing, it says complete Trounce domains or the Dominator of Wolves challenges 3 times. All you have to do is go to a domain, hop into it like Tartaglia, the lowest difficulty, clear it, don't claim the reward, leave, do it again, don't claim it, claim the, or don't clear the, just clear it, don't claim the reward, rinse and repeat. Do that 3 times and you should be able to have this completed and you can claim it whenever you want, right? You don't need to use resin on it in order to complete that. So my suggestion is make sure you do your weekly bosses on Monday, the reset, And don't wait until later on throughout the week when the 2.4 update comes out. Why? Because you are going to be able to save more resin, and weekly bosses cost what? 30, and then 30, then 30, then 60. Save your resin for the new boss that comes out, so you are able to stock up on those resources and start leveling up Shenhe as much as possible. Very crucial if you are a light spender or a free-to-play and you are not refreshing your resin every single day with Primo Gems. Please, please, please get your weekly bosses out of the way. Battle Pass, you can still complete the Battle Pass mission. A lot of people get confused about that, and you'll save yourself some resin in the long term. Heading back over to the shop right now, just make sure you guys buy out your weekly or your monthly wishes, your intertwined fates, your acquaint fates, depending on how much Stardust you have. I always buy them out every month. Get your constellations before they go if you guys are trying to get Kaya before the shop resets. And then let's switch over to Zhongli, Ganyu, and Xiao prep. Okay, so we got 3 rerun characters coming out: Zhongli, Xiao, and Ganyu. Xiao will be the first one paired with Shenhe. You're going to be needing the Animo Hypostasis, Primo Geoviscips, Prosperity books, which are on, I think, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Slime Condensate, Child, Tartaglia bosses. So just make sure you guys stock up on all the resources. I'll leave a little image on screen of what you need for their materials. So Zhongli is going to be on the second half. You can start stocking up on gold books, Geo Hypostasis. So currently what I'm doing in the game is I am going through and I'm starting to stock up. So I'm stocking up on these pillars for Zhongli. I'm stocking up on the Hoarfrost cores for Ganyu. Xiao uses Juvenile Jades, as well as all of the books as well. So Prosperity goes to Xiao, I think, right? Diligence is Ganyu, and Gold is Zhongli, as well as getting respective weapons for all of them as well. So Ganyu, I believe, because I don't have any of the Battle Pass weapons or that many 5-star weapons, I'll be running either Skyward Harp as my go-to for her best in slot, but I think second that I have is Prototype Crescent. So free-to-play option, I'd say Prototype Crescent. Zhongli, depending on how you want to build him, will determine what weapon you want, I think, right? I really want Favonius Lance for energy recharge, but I don't have that. My second best energy recharge weapon, if I don't want to take this off of Raiden, would probably be Prototype Star Glitter. Yeah, a lot of people run Black Tassel because it has HP. And if you want to build Zhongli as an HP shield bot and just run HP, and just have an impenetrable shield, you can do that if you so wish. However, I kind of want to make him lean more towards like the damage side of things. I might honestly run him with a 2-piece Geo and a 2-piece Noblesse and then call it a day, right? So running Geo damage on my Goblet and running crit on my Circlet. But the option is always there. Different weapons if you guys are, depending on what you want to run Zhongli with. If you guys are running him with HP shield bot, I think 4-piece Millilith is the way to go. Yes, correct me if I'm wrong. And then Xiao, I don't really know how to build Xiao. I think the go-to is normally a 2-piece Gladiator and a 2-piece Animo, but now with the new Shiminawa set, you can probably just do that. It'll be a little bit easier to farm, I think. So 2-piece Shiminawa and a 2-piece Gladiator. Weapons of choice, the shop, the Black Cliff series, I think is really good for any damage dealer. And the shop should be resetting, which means that those Black Cliff weapons should be available during the first part of 2.4. Other weapons, I don't really know what other weapon I would use out of the collection that I have. Most of my weapons don't really fit Xiao for the weapon department on spears. I might joke and say that like White Tassel might be good. No, that's normal attack. I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me. I guess White Tassel technically, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong here. So we got the weapons, the artifacts taken care of. And then pretty much everything else after that is like the usual stuff, right? So make sure you guys are stocking up on Mora. Make sure you guys are stocking up on XP as well, so you guys can level these characters up. And I believe that is it. Those were everything that I'm going to be doing to prepare for patch 2.4. I have my condensed resin ready to go if I need to hit up some domains for artifacts. I have 2 transient resin that you can hold at a time ready to go to take on the new boss and start farming that ahead of time. So yeah, I think everything is set. We are all good to go. If you guys did find this video helpful or informative, again, please do give it a thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Let me know what you guys are doing to prepare for 2.4 down below in the comment section. I'd love to read your guys' feedback. And I wish you all the best of luck for those who are going to be running or rolling on Shenhe. I'll be live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/enviosity, streaming the update the moment it goes live. We'll be exploring everything that Genshin Impact has to offer. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.